Is that Glenn Levitt behind you? Very nice.
Yeah, that's the Glenn right there. Shouts out to my dad. He's the one who got me into Glenn Levitt when I probably was a little too young for that. But
that's okay.
always like to keep a little bottle of of aspirin in the back there. Good eye, good eye. Hey, we got a good show lined up for you today.
20 years into the internet for the auto industry.
To me, that's the biggest change of what's going on.
So Pete, why don't you fill us in? How long ago and how did you stumble across What's Next Media? Maybe shed some light on the roots of that relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks so much for having us again. Real interesting. I actually came in as CEO in 2014. And when I did, Andrew and his brother were actually running around doing film for Dealers United at our trade show booth. And then we started learning more about what they were doing for dealers. And as Facebook and YouTube started coming around, we realized, man, the real value in what they're doing is actually taking the videos and getting them in front of eyeballs. We never disagreed on what type of videos they should be producing. They brought a lot of value. The way they look at the buyer journey was always there. What we've been able to do over the partnership now is really start focusing on how we can leverage what their core assets are and their core capabilities are to help the dealer in a turnkey fashion, but doesn't feel turnkey. It feels like a very custom experience, but give them the tools necessary to compete at scale against all of the other dealers that are out there as well. Trust me, no one's watching a 10-minute video unless they're heavily interested in taking the next step in that buyer journey or coming in and buying that vehicle. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to leverage video to start a conversation, maybe a 10 or 15-second video, right? Build an audience, then move them into a minute video, tell them a little bit more, then move them into a 3-minute video, then maybe into a 10. So how we sequence our ads and how we do it to help someone understand the dealership and what they need to know at that moment in time is really what made sense for us as an acquisition.
I think that's the biggest piece is we could create, once we'd spent that money, we needed to get it out more. We were only having 10 people use this massive pile of stuff that I had, and that was an issue. So now we can go back through all of DU's clients and go, let's just jazz you up, baby. Let's just stuff the video in there, because what the dealers care about is the results. I learned that the hard way. And when they have their performance call at the end of the month, if those results are there, they don't care how we got them. So rather than going and selling them video and we just bake that right in as a competitive advantage now. And when they compare our numbers to someone else's numbers, we win. And we wanted to be in that spot where all of our clients had video, and it wasn't a conversation, and they had all the video. Everything we make, they get. We didn't want to be piecing that out and turning every conversation into a sales conversation about video, when really it's about how to motivate customers.
Sounds like what you're saying is the videos themselves were a means to an end for the result, and you were selling to dealers. What you were selling them was the end result, which I think, Pete, you alluded to. You said Andrew's team was really good at getting eyeballs on the videos. When
Pete said that we were good at getting eyeballs, what he meant was we were like 1/3 a video company and had become 2/3 how to use video on AutoTrader, how to use video on your website, how to use video in your BDC. We had become like a process company to show dealers, once you have all this great content that you even are excited to have bought, there's so many more ways to use it than what occur to you naturally. And it became the point where getting the videos to sync to AutoTrader, getting the videos on the website, getting banners on the website that told people the videos were somewhere back there so that they would engage. Our mantra used to have to be to dealers, you slow the customer down on the website. You have to. You got to select on the lot. You got to give them reasons to buy from you. You got to slow them down. Now my message is, forget it. The window's come and gone. You haven't done a good job at it. The customer's conditioned to not. You let them pick out a car, and then you catch and release them and sick me on them, and I'll go do all this stuff. I'll go tell them why to set an appointment. I'll go tell them why our trade appraisals are better. I'll mention the other cars in stock that are like the one that they looked at. I'll ask them, did you just have a baby? Oh my gosh, no kidding, because I've got a piece of content ready for that, right? So I'll do the follow-up. Let the website just be the tool that sorts the information so that I can go where they are, where they have time to spend, and make that story to them then. So to answer your question, I think that's the problem. It's not that dealers can't make the content. It's that they can't effectively use it.